What was the thought process behind wanting to come a season early and not, stay in high school and just reclassify?
Kind of got injured, and we were talking to my family, seeing what was probably the best decision. Great rehab here at U of A, so we just thought best, smartest move for me. Felt like I made the smartest move for sure. Justin, Chris Rounds definitely helped me come back to where I'm at now. Just been really the main reason was just because of the injury, and I felt like it was just the smartest move.
When did you get hurt?
It was like right after the second session of EYBL. I found out I had a fracture.
What month was that?
Oh, April, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it was a stress fracture?
Yep.
Which foot?
Right.
Right, okay. When you went through this process of having to reclassify, what did you have to do academically to finish high school?
So me and my family found, I think we talked to the coaches and we found a program called Apex, and we had to finish I think we had like 4 or 5 classes online and within a month time frame to be eligible to be allowed to come here. It was long and hard, but we got it done.
And then are you taking classes now?
Yes.
This semester? Okay. What are you studying? Do you have a degree idea in mind?
Not yet, not sure.
How's the rehab having gone since you ever arrived at U of A?
Everything's been smooth. Just been with Justin and Chris Rounds every day. Just trying to get better with my foot, making sure getting better mentally, physically, and everything. So far, it's just been smooth sailing. Kind of back sooner than I thought I would be too, which is nice. But everything's been nice.
Do you have a timetable of when you're allowed to be out there practicing or anything?
Not yet. We're just taking stuff day by day, really. Just seeing how pain goes and if I'm allowed to, progress more and more each day. But right now, it's just relax and just no rush, really.
Are you able to do anything?
Right now, I've gotten back into just on-court stuff. I just recently got cleared to start jumping on my foot. So everything's been really progressive, but it's just been slow.
So do you anticipate you can be ready when the season starts? Because last I asked Tommy about it, he was saying he wasn't counting on you till probably mid-season until you really hit your stride. What's your timetable?
We're honestly not 100% positive. I don't want to give out dates and stuff yet. I mean, of course, there's goals, but we're not really sure. I just basically if how I feel, if I'm confident, stuff like that, but not really a time stamp yet.
What do you bring to the table as a point guard for this team? The backcourt that this team already has in the system. Like, what in your game would you say you bring to the team?
Definitely a winner. I feel like that's just been my mentality forever playing this game. A leader for this team. I feel like I can hopefully be a good playmaker with Courtney and Kerr. The ability to score, of course, and just being overall a team player, really. This year is mainly just being with the team, involved with the team. That's really my main goal this year, just to level stuff out, figure stuff out. That's it.
What's your relationship been like with Kerr and Courtney so far? Have you gotten to play with them or train with them a little bit at all, or get to know them at all? Or
I haven't been able to work out with them, so I get to watch them practice, see what their tendencies are, so I can know what to apply in my game and help them out too. Just been in the weight room, great friends, great guys. They're good leaders for me. I could look up to and mold certain stuff from them to my game. But overall, Kerr and Courtney are just good people.
You did your visit for the Oregon game with Game Day, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. How much did that influence your decision, or were you already leaning this way?
Ever since I talked to Tommy and Jack since my Section 7 days with Centennial, I knew I really liked them. Just the more and more I talked to them, more and more I came to the visits, the games. Atmosphere here is unbelievable. So, not that specific day really changed my mind, but I've always felt like this was home, basically, for me.
Your former coach, Ed Gibson, was very passionate about hustling and defense throughout his time at Arizona Compass Prep so far. How has it rubbed off on your game, and how do you see yourself carrying this upon yourself to the collegiate level?
I definitely give credit to Coach Gipp with making me get better at not talking back. None of that's allowed really here. But no, yeah, it's just his mentality for us helped change my mentality of being like that dog type of mentality. I'm going to just bring that with me everywhere I go now. Basically, that's just who I am with defense and stuff like that. But no, I give a lot of credit to him in helping change my mentality for that aspect.
Are you 18 yet?
No, I'm actually 17 still.
When do you turn 18?
April 18th.
Okay. So does it still feel weird that, being a 17-year-old on college and all that when you should still be in high school? Or?
I mean, not really. I've always had progression movements throughout my high school career. I never really stayed at one school the same, always moving forward, so it's nothing really new. Same stuff really, working out every day in the weight room. Everything's just more intense and more focused and details now. But I feel like that's just whatever the situation is, I feel like I can adapt and improve.
Did it ever hit you at any point during the reclassification? Wow, this is a lot to go into because you're dealing with the academics and the foot and the fact that you are maybe a little bit young.
It took me a minute to get over the fact of all those years in the gym. I mean, all those days in the gym, just working for those senior year high school stuff, McDonald's, Jordan Brand, stuff like that. But overall, the goal, I'm here now. So now my mentality has to switch for my situation. So I feel like I'm good now.
Yeah, was that hard? Because, obviously, AZ Compass, you might have won a title, you might have been McDonald's, et cetera, to give that up, so to speak, or it sounds like maybe was the foot kind of a clincher in that?
It was just really long-term situations, sacrifice for something bigger in the future. The rehab here, I don't feel like I could have got it anywhere else, so I would definitely take that over any days of messing up my career, really.
Yeah. So if you had stayed there, how would you have rehabbed it, or did you have a therapist there you were?
It was just, I don't even think there's probably a plan really. If I would have stayed in high school, I feel like just the smartest decision was coming here.
What was so just to detail more? If you don't mind, just the academic piece. How many hours a day were you having to study and deal with these classes, and what was that like? And was it a situation where you're spending half the day studying, half the day rehabbing?
Tomorrow for right now.
No, I'm talking about over the summer, spring and summer.
Oh, no, the rehabbing and before I reclassed and had to do my senior year was really, really hard. We were deciding whether or not we wanted to get the surgery right away, and then it broke, so I definitely had to get the surgery. And then with the academics and then my foot being injured, it was hard. Me and my dad really were doing the schoolwork. We couldn't really do anything with my foot, so we just had to let it rest. But the academics for that month was very difficult.
May or June?
It was probably, I'd say June, actually, yeah.
Did you do 2 years at Centennial and then 1 at Compass?
No, I went 1 year Colony, 1 year Centennial, 1 year Compass.
Where was Colony?
That was in Ontario, California.
Is it weird moving around, or is it just second nature for you now?
I don't know. I've kind of gotten used to, just moving, really. Me and my family were more about, just making sure everything's, the perfect situation, kind of, It's not too weird, but sometimes it gets a little difficult. But, over time, I've gotten used to it, I guess.
When did you move from Illinois?
Right before freshman year.
So you still consider Champaign home, or what's home for you then, I guess, at this point?
I guess, yeah, Champaign, Illinois will be home. I feel like my basketball home would always be, though, California. That's really helped evolve my game.
Have you had a chance to study up Tommy's system yet at all? Or?
Yeah, I watched film with Coach Rem and Tommy. Getting to learn these plays, way more freedom than I'm used to. But I'm really excited to play under him and play with that style of play.
Has it been a tough system to learn, or no? Has it been easy to pick up on, or how's it been?
I actually ran this system in 8th grade with my middle school coach, so it's kind of a second nature type of thing. I love this type of offense. He lets us play, makes decisions. Not really a coach with a short leash, so I love it really. But it's been second nature really. I've played this offense before.
When you committed to Arizona, looking to the 23-24 season, probably would have been a very different roster than what you have now. Are your expectations for what you're going to do here, or what you can accomplish individually, different now that you have different players that you're playing with, as opposed to more of an unknown that would have been here? For instance, maybe Kerr would be here another year from now, but now you're playing with him.
Not really. I feel like how I play, it can mold with anybody, really. So I don't feel like it doesn't really matter who is on the team or not. I really like this group, and I feel like we can do something special. Just right now, just trying to get the chemistry and stuff down. But I feel like my game could have play with anyone on the team.
Anybody else? Just going forward then, I mean, not timetables, but you say you can start jumping. I mean, do you anticipate, any kind of, you have, a couple weeks here until practices get going full time. I mean, where do you figure you're kind of at?
In all honesty, I really just have no idea. It's really, you have to ask like Justin the stuff with what he thinks my timetables and stuff are. But right now it's just day by day.
What do you expect your playing weight to be at when you're back to full strength?
The goal is to get to like at least 5 to 6 body fat percentage, and then 205 to 210 range is the goal weight.
So a little bit more of a stockier frame than you'd see from a lot of point guards.
Yeah.
Do you use the physicality? Is that something you've?
No, definitely. I feel like the Samoan side of me has always been a part of my game, just being a little bit thicker and stronger than everybody. Never try to take away from that as who I am as a player, but just try to stay in shape is the goal, so that never having like stuff like that come up in the future and be an issue. You know what I mean? But it's never been a problem really.
You feel it's something that can maybe help you play through contact when driving and whatnot?
Yeah, definitely. With Chris, definitely getting stronger and stuff. So now I feel even better physically. So I definitely will use my strength as an advantage.
You mentioned that you ran the same system in 8th grade. Did you anticipate that when you started talking to Tommy back at Section 7, or when you watched the team a little bit last year, or has it really hit you since you've been here that this is what it is?
When I first talked to Tommy, I didn't really know who he was and what his philosophies were. I just liked how he was. I could tell he was just a good person. And then now watching from that past year, from my sophomore year and then committing my junior year, I definitely wanted to come because of recognizing this type of offense and playing it in the past, and I liked it really. So, no, yeah, I definitely had an influence.
Did you watch a lot of games? I mean, you at Compass last year, I don't know if did you come down unofficially a lot or watch games on
I probably
TV?
took like 4 or 5 visits, probably maybe like I think I took an official. I maybe took like one more official with them. I'm not sure, but I definitely came down and watched a few of the games.
So it hit you watching the team play last season?
No, yeah. Watching Tommy, watching Jack, Ricky, all of them. Just they're great coaches, so yeah.
Good.
Cool. Thank you,
Thank you,
Kylan.
Kylan.
No problem.
Thanks.